elevate fears. Okay. There's no one right way to support your child. Approaches may differ based on specific situations, the child's age, and their cognitive ability, and family values and norms. However, we can depend on a few expert-approved guidelines in helping our children to manage fears when faced with situations that can seem frightening or overwhelming. And us as an adults, this is my 2 cents, we even grapple or are challenged by what we see and what we hear. Okay, so they break it down into six steps. The first one is talk it out. Kids may understand that they are scared, but they may not always have the words or feel confident in verbalizing their fears. Speaking the words out loud may take some of the power out of the situation, suggests Glickman. It can also serve as a means of processing a very scary event. It may be helpful to ask targeted questions around the fears. Specific queries such as, why is this scary to you? What do you think may happen? And what is the worst part of this? Will give you insight into your child's thoughts and help them to understand some of their own feelings. It is also important to allow your child to ask questions in return and answer them in a simple and honest manner. And they show a picture of a father and daughter, I believe, and it says, especially with dealing with younger children, asking targeted questions can help to get to the bottom of their worries. Number 2, reassure that it's okay to feel this way. Though your child's fears may seem irrational to you, they aren't to them. It is important to validate concerns by letting your child know that no fear is unreasonable. Brushing off fears with sentiments such as "that's a silly thing to worry about" may shut down future conversations, not only about fears, but about everything. Glickman recommends listening to your child's concerns with a third ear, which refers to listening to the intent and the emotion behind the words rather than the words themselves. And then in the picture, it shows a mother with her young daughter, and it says, reassure your child that it's totally normal to have these kinds of feelings. She does go on to add for step 2 is elements such as body language and the tone used when speaking can help tell you a lot about how a child is feeling. Excuse me. Number 3, find a way to take control. Okay, they show a picture and it has a variety of things here, and it says kids will feel empowered when they do something to help others. It is in human nature to want to find something we can control when faced with a stressful situation. Your friend is diagnosed with an illness. You take control by organizing a meal train for the next 2 months. Our children are no different. Help your child to find something she or he can control during times of fear, but also acknowledge those factors that are out of her or his control. Remind your child that while they may be unable to control scary events in the world, like political unrest, they can control their responses. So they suggest to turn off the television, stop negative conversations, and talk with friends and caregivers about ways to make a positive impact. Encourage activities that can have a positive impact on others, like purchasing the Welcome a Refugee Child activity box. From Altrusis. Okay. Okay. And then it gives like a little thing about get the Welcome a Refugee Child box at Altrusis for $49. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's the third one. Okay. The fourth one is keep routines steady. And then it has a picture of a father with his 2 children, his son and his daughter. And like they're reading a book, and it says keep up with daily routines like bedtime stories can help put children at ease. It may seem like the world is crashing down outside of your front door. Reassure your child that their home is a safe and secure place by maintaining structure. Keep regular meal times and bedtimes, as well as consistent routines throughout the day. You start each morning with an hour of unstructured play and end each evening with books. It goes on to say that to continue to do so, to keep your routines even through stressful times. Children find comfort in routines. It is reassuring to know that even if things are unstable in the world right now, my home will always be a place of stability, Glickman says. Number 5 is turn to the experts, and then they show pictures of books. Books can help both children and parents alike. And they have one book that says, When Worry Takes Hold, The Opposite of Worry, My Book of Brave. As much as we prepare, we may not always have the right words to help our kids when they're faced with a frightening situation. It can be beneficial to have a few tools handy to help support us in supporting our children through such times. There are a number of apps aimed at being helpful to reduce anxiety and stress in children. Techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, and exploring emotional literacy, which means understanding and expressing your emotions, can help your child to regain focus and extinguish fears. Okay, so it says try Positive Penguins, which is designed to help build resilience in children. Another one is Breathe, Think, Do with Sesame. It's great for younger children. And Headspace, which I've heard of and I've used in the past where I used to work. Our favorite meditation app has options for kids as well as adults. I really like Headspace. I'm a little biased. I like Headspace. I used to do one that I found on YouTube, and it had a blue Yeti. It was very relaxing. I think I enjoyed it more than the clients. Really, really, really good. Okay. There's also plenty of great children's literature out there to supplement hard conversations. Younger kids can relate to the things expressed in books such as When Worry Takes Hold and All Kinds of Fears. The latter, which has removable fear tickets with helpful suggestions for managing fears. Older children may benefit from a workbook or diary-style book like the Worry Workbook, helping children to overcome anxiety and the fear of uncertainty, or My Book of Brave, which is what I saw in the picture above this particular sheet. Okay. Don't feel like you have to have all of the answers. No one has all the answers, do they? Glickman recommends turning to trusted friends, relatives, and professionals such as social workers, teachers, with questions about how to best handle your child's fears. And then they go on to basically give a list of some of the books, if not all the books, and resources that they just mentioned and how much they are. It looks like on Amazon. So it says get When Worry Takes Hold at Amazon for $15.79. Get All Kinds of Fears at Amazon starting at $30.53. Get the Worry Workbook, helping children overcome anxiety and the fear of uncertainty at Amazon for $12.99, and so forth and so on. They have, everybody knows that, Amazon has all kinds of deals and whatnot, so keep your eyes out for that, and you can find it for possibly cheaper at various times, pricing it. I'm all for that. Okay, so number 6, lastly, is don't press, just love. It shows a picture of a mother with her young teen daughter. It says, listen as much as the child's words. Listen as much to the child's words as you do their own body language. Perhaps most critical, meet your child where they're at and love them through it. Don't expect them to process worry in the same way that you might. Don't hurry them along some imaginary timeline of fear or diminish